Welcome to a new video. And I'm introducing my new ride, guys. I have to be honest, I'm incredibly thrilled. This car completely caught me by surprise. I'll tell you in a bit how it came into my life, but I don't know. I have a remote control car from that same generation, and it drives me crazy. Obviously, I bought the remote control car because ever since I was a kid, it drove me crazy. And having it here, I look at it and I really can't believe it. So we were looking for cars, obviously, since I sold the Maserati. If you don't know why I sold it, go watch the previous video where I explain why I sold it. But I was looking for cars like I do every day. Whether I have cars or not, we're looking for cars all day long. But I was with Juka, I was on the computer checking Facebook on car pages everywhere. I set a price range, more or less, and a Subaru popped up. I said, look, a Subaru. I hadn't considered a Subaru before. I was looking at Mustangs. I know I've told you, or rather, you already know that I've told you I like Mustangs from a certain generation and so on. This Subaru showed up, I think it was a 2019. It was much newer than this one, obviously, but it wasn't a Subaru Technica International. It was a regular WRX and it was cheap. So I wrote to this person and said, hey, tomorrow, just like that, tomorrow, let's go see it. I said, okay, it's this one. And so I arranged to meet him at 6 in the evening the next day. And the next day we went to Group B. And Juka told Nahuel, yeah, because later we're going to see a Subaru so he can try drifting it. And Nahuel kind of clicked and said, Subaru? I have a Subaru that might interest you. And he showed me the pictures of this one and I said, no, bro, that's not it at all. The other one was newer and had way fewer miles and all that, but still, no, not a Panda. This is the Subaru. This is from the Subaru generations. I'd say it's the prettiest one for my taste, and it's the one I've stuck with since I was a kid. But anyway, they showed me the pictures, and at that moment I said, is this really what you're telling me? They said, yes, we can get it for you at about the same price you had. I said, okay, it's done. Then he talked to the owner of the car and said, hey, do you still have it? Is the sale still on? And he said, yes, if you want it, I'll offer it to you. So we went to see it, and we just couldn't not buy it. Panda La Neta, which is also my favorite generation. It's flawless. Flawless. He literally has it. Perfect. I wouldn't do anything to this car. It will undergo a few changes. You understand me then. That's how it occurred. The truth is, I never saw this car at any point. These cars, correct me if I'm wrong, are rare. This car, this Subaru Technica International generation, they're scarce. And the people who have them don't sell them, and so on. So I hadn't even seen one of these online. It hadn't even crossed my mind. I hadn't even thought about it. Well, the other one is still a Subaru. It looked nice. That's why I was going to check it out to buy it, basically. But no, it has nothing to do with this one. So that's how it arrived. I could tell you that I didn't choose him. He chose me. I still can't believe I have it. I love this. Since it's an old car, it's much smaller than the cars we're used to now. So the new Subaru is huge. Cars in general, cars have grown across all brands. But when I look at this one, it looks so small, and I love that. But anyway, here it is, the new ride of the Drifter. We're going to show you some good clips. Let's show you the whole thing. I love you all. Obviously, the car isn't perfect. I like that too, I like to work on them myself. So yeah, it has some little things that I'm going to fix myself, but in terms of looks, you tell me, what would you do to it? Would you change the color? A wrap, maybe a little wrap could work, right? Could a little wrap work? Look, that blue is Subaru blue, but if we're going to wrap it, doesn't that mean the Subaru blue will be gone? Underneath, so if I make it red, green, fluorescent, eventually if I get bored, I can just take it off. And it's still blue, which I love, so could vinyl be an option? And that's about it, chavo. I'm going to show you first some delicious shots, and then we'll show you what's in it, what's wrong with it, and what I We waited until sunset to capture the best light for some cool shots. Brothers, the air intake. Like this, guys, it can drive me crazy, you know? I really love it. I got in and now we're talking, guys. Let me tell you what I think can be improved, because the idea obviously is to make it perfect, and you guys are going to help me with that. So the car is very close to perfection. Honestly, I'm fascinated, and when I drive it, right now we're going to take it for a spin, of course, and when I drive it, it feels incredible. But well, it has little details like this one that I literally already asked for. I already ordered it, this little lever. You lift this up to put it in reverse, but what was supposed to be silver has turned black. Look at how it turned out here. It literally has a hardware store nail here. Look, this is the one for reverse. Yeah, it hurts a bit. This obviously needs to be changed, but it's easy. I'm not sure if it applies to all Subarus, but I think this one is missing the boot cover. From down here, this is falling off. I need to see if I can replace it or if I can fix it. This worries me. I'd really appreciate help with this. How could that be repaired? On this side, there's also a little dent. I really don't like those things at all. You already know I'm kind of picky, and that really bothers me, but well, those are problems that remain the same. The idea is to perfect it gradually. Those are the only minor details I noticed. What else? I wanted to give you a tip, an interesting fact. I'm going to share it with you because I care about you a lot. These things, the bar we have back here, this is to attach the 4 or 5-point seat belts. To use them, fasten them on the bar, pass them through, and your harness will be right here. But the interesting fact I want to share with you is that you should never have 4-point or full harness seat belts if you don't have a roll cage. Why? Check this out. El rechina? That also needs to be fixed. 3-point seat belts are very well designed, and they're obviously made so that when you crash, they hold you back. But also, if the roof gets crushed, the fact that there are 3 points lets you twist a little. So if the roof gets crushed, this is in an accident. It's not like you're gonna do it yourself and hit yourself, like you end up like this with the roof all the way down here. So if you're wearing a harness and you're completely fixed to the seat and the roof crushes you, it kills you. I mean, literally, I'm not making this up. I know this because I read it. So if you want to put in 4-point or 5-point seat belts, it's mandatory to have a roll cage or at least a roll bar so that if you roll over and the car gets crushed, the roof doesn't get crushed. So if you're going to use a car without a roll cage, wear the regular seat belt because if you roll over, you'll survive. So these things are very poorly thought out. This shouldn't exist. This product shouldn't exist because you can't use that without having the roll cage. And there are people who have hooks on the seats, like for child seats, and there are people who attach the harnesses to those hooks. That's also wrong. The point is you should be able to move if an accident occurs. That's a good tip. I wanted to share it with you. The bar, apparently, I think I'm obviously going to leave it without seatbelts, just as it is. I don't know if they put it there for looks. I think it looks nice. If you want to put that bar without seatbelts, well, it's cool here. It has those grips and I think it's hitting the post. So if I remove the piece, it's most likely that the post is damaged and I don't want to be looking at the damaged post, so I'll probably just leave it on. It already has a small dent here when they installed it and it's literally leaning against the post. So you guys tell me, should we leave it on or take it off? I won't use it for the reasons I mentioned, but it can just be there, existing, and it looks cool, so that's one thing. Let's go outside. The engine, it has its little details. Check this out here. We saw that it's being held there with a zip tie, which shouldn't really be like that. You can see that screw is held with a zip tie because it's broken down there. Did you see that? I need to fix this here, and there's a similar issue on that side as well. I don't know what the mechanics did when they put that in, but they broke it here and broke it over there. I hope the engine is okay there. It looks like they spilled antifreeze, but I have to open it up to see if it's leaking or not. But the engine looks good, and honestly it feels really good. I mean, it feels solid, it feels tight. It feels like they gave this car an awesome service before selling it, so I hope that awesome service included the engine, but the engine looks good to me. Little details are missing, like a bracket here. On this side, the black bar with 2 bolts should be attached. Here is the intercooler bracket. And on this side, it's missing. So we need to put the bracket on. Look, it literally goes right here. So I'm going to...
Buy that!
Little details, you can see that the suspension is much lower. Check out where it reaches here. Look, on this side, it's much lower. Literally on this side, I think it's about half an inch. So that's what it brings. Coilovers, I think they're not adjusted properly. We have to adjust them again. Nothing else, guys. The bumper is slightly loose here, but it's not a big deal. The check engine light will stay on. It wouldn't feel like my car without it. I'm not comfortable in a car unless the check engine light is on. But, well, that's all. I think everything I just showed you right now, the things that are wrong or the little details, is nothing. Nothing for a car. From 2005, I give it to myself. I totally Super Turbo Ultra give it to myself. Literally, it has nothing. So let's give it a break. Let's give it a little break. Go on. Yes, sir. By the way, it sounds really good. It has an exhaust, but it's like a little bullet. And buy the glass perfectly. The seats are beautiful, the color, I mean, guys, it has blue carpets, the little blue door, the blue seats. Why don't they make cars like this anymore? Why the spoiler back there? Man, it's in the way. I love that it's in the way. Thank you all. With this car, I'm very, very, very excited, really. I mean, I didn't know I liked it so much until I drove it. Well, I did know I liked it, but I never thought I'd have one of these, and I love it. I'm fascinated by it. I prefer it over the Maserati. Yes, sorry, Maserati. Yes, I love this car, so I hope you all enjoyed it. All right. See you in the next one. There are a lot of things coming for Bien Subi, so stay tuned. Listen to the noise from the valve. It's like a relief valve, just like in a video game, a movie, or Fast and Furious. Bien Subi. What an experience. And I'm telling you, it feels small. It's a small car. I love it.